Hey guys, hope you guys are having a great day today. I'm Josh, I'll be your caster for today. So we've got some vetoes, so the vetoes will come in very, very shortly. So I didn't want to go live without having the vetoes at least, like, you know, seen, okay? So the vetoes are done. So the vetoes are going to be Dust 2 and Vertigo. You can access it by exclamation mark maps. Basically, that should be up shortly. I can put it onto the other command as well. But yeah, so it's going to be Dust 2 and Vertigo. I didn't want to go live until the vetoes were done. Well, with FlyQuest, they're in a bit of a tailspin at the moment, given the fact that Iron Clone did not go exactly as planned, given the fact that they lost a 50-50 against Big, and they got absolutely trounced by Mongols, which kind of, you know, what happened is. Yeah, the maps are in order, by the way, so it's going to be Dust 2 and Vertigo in particular. Then they come back to Australia, probably a bit of jet lag, and you're going to take on DXA. DXA obviously should be an easier team than compared to the Mongols and Big. And they should probably win this 2-0. I would be surprised if they drop a map, in particular to DXA, but DXA have been upsetting a couple of teams here and there. Now we're going to go to the matchup and pray that this is right, okay? We got Ruffleco, Kyo, Prackham, Zuko, Lucas, and then on the other end we got no changes for FlyQuest. We got Dexter, Vexai, Alistair, Liaz, and I always forget the last player, okay? But it's Josh Ince overall. I'm going to say, even despite FlyQuest's disappointing time overseas in particular, I don't think they should have any sort of struggle with this match in particular. I reckon they should win this 2-0. DXA, you know, they are a decentish team, but yeah, you know, they won't be ideal, basically. Oh, the hell? Why did that not change? Anyway, let's fix this up. So anyway, so sorry, I had a bit of an alert from the Discord to make sure I get an IP. But yeah, overall, I say FlyQuest should probably win this. They're definitely the much better team at DXA. DXA, they do have a few good players in it, you know, being Ruffleco and Lucas, but I just don't think they'll be enough to really deal with Int, Vexai, and Liaz. Now, obviously, Vexai and Liaz look a lot less compared to Tier 1 and Tier 2 teams, especially in the world scene, but they are definitely more than enough for the AU Tier 2 and Tier 3 scene in particular. Now, obviously, I think FlyQuest and DXA, they both got, you know, the majors, or not RMRs, but I think DXA's got the RMRs coming up probably in the next 2 weeks or so, as, you know, FlyQuest is playing in the major itself for the Asia RMR. And I think that's going to be the biggest focus for FlyQuest at the moment, is to have a good performance, both in the RMR and both in the Fingo as well. How's Ali been playing? Well, Ali's not been playing that great, to be honest. Like, I guess the biggest thing that Ali needs to really master is just the basics. Once he masters the basics, he should be fine, because his style's, like, I guess his style is very, very passive. Like, if he can work it to be very passive and just really just set up frags, it'd be great, but he just really needs to hit the basic stuff. Like, if he can hit the basic stuff, everything else will come to him very easily, in my opinion. Like, if he hits the shots that he needs to hit, and, you know, there probably isn't too much to it in particular. To be fair, like, a FlyQuest in particular will pick maps and veto 2 maps that they don't usually play to crack on said maps in particular. So that's what they do in general. So it's nothing too out of the ordinary that they would pick, like, maps like Vertigo and Dust 2 in particular. They've said it in a few interviews as well, that sometimes they use officials as practice. So yeah, but yeah, I'm looking pretty like, with FlyQuest in particular, like, they should probably win this. DXA have stolen a map from a few good teams like Rooster and BNK, but I don't think they're going to get that, like, against FlyQuest. Like, if they do steal a map, it's like 1 in a million. I'm going to say 1 in a million that they even take a map off FlyQuest. Just FlyQuest have just got better players. Like, when you put that 5v5. BNK doesn't exist anymore. Well, I know DXA have stolen a map of Bad News Kangaroos when they were BNK, and obviously they stole a map of Rooster when they were Rooster. So, you know, I still got to say who they are. I know they're called, like, a different team name now, but, like, they're still BNK actually until ESL approves them, if you guys didn't know. Because obviously, yeah, it's a betting agency, and you know, you gotta have all those sponsors cleared up by ESL before you could list it as that name in particular. That's what I got told, just an FYI. Now, for first person on the server is Ince, so very punctual by Mr. Josh. Very, very punctual. He's ready to go. Now, looking at the analysis overall, like, obviously, FlyQuest's analytics are definitely a lot down, given the fact they took a beating against the Mongos and Big, and they've been versing a lot better opposition than what DXA would be versing. So, obviously, their stats could be overinflated for DXA. So I would say overall, definitely the best player to watch out for, in particular for DXA, would be Lucas, and followed by Ruffleco. And then for FlyQuest, the best players to watch out for will be Ince by far. Ince is probably the main playmaker of the FlyQuest roster, followed by Dexter and Vexite. So those are the main playmakers of the roster in particular. The main reason why I rate Josh very highly is that, Ince very highly, is that in pressure scenarios, he doesn't crack. Like, you know, he gets at least 1 kill, a bit more. Ince over Dexter? Yeah, I'd say Ince over Dexter. Basically, when, you know, pressure comes to shove, Ince is able to get a couple of kills, and when he's on, he's dictating the tempo of play overall. Dexter is always ultra aggressive as an IGL, and yeah, so he's up there as well. Overall as well, like with DXA, I could say the AWPs, obviously Kyo being an AWP IGL versus Alistair, it'll be an interesting duel. I think Ali should win that against Kyo. Not very too sure what anything else will pop up either. I think overall, like with my rifles, on how I rate rifles in particular, it's more of like how many times can you get 1 kill and more, and how consistent are you able to get that 1 kill and more, especially in high pressure scenarios, and also getting at least, you know, a clutch or a fighting clutch, like in particular, like, you know, a 1v3, kill at least 2 of them. I would say that's, you know, a fighting effort in a clutch sort of scenario, or even just getting map control and controlling part of the map in particular. Like that's what I rate a lot. So like with FlyQuest in particular, FlyQuest aren't really an AWP-oriented team where Alistair is the star, where Ali just pops out, you know, picks out nowhere and gets like 2k. Alistair is more of a setup for the riflers in particular. So you have like, you know, Ali setting up nades, setting up flashes, setting up smokes, and making sure that Dexter, Ince, Vexite are able to get into very favorable duels to take out the other team's riflers. They're not really reliant on like one, you know, they're not reliant on AWPs. Like for example, let's just say G2 for example. G2 are heavily reliant on Modesty. You know what I'm gonna do as well? I always forget to capitalize the Q in FlyQuest always. Yeah, that's what I said as well earlier in stream, is that the biggest weakness of Alistair is that as soon as he just gets some basic shots consistently, it won't be too much of an issue, given that FlyQuest isn't super reliant on him to win rounds. But that's what I said as well. He just needs to get the basic picks right, hit the normal shots, be consistent, and a lot of FlyQuest worries will probably go away. And that's pretty much it. Like, you know, I'm not sure what happens there particularly. It's easier said than done, given the fact that obviously tier 1 teams and tier 2 teams have very different peaks in particular. And sometimes you can snatch at your AWP shots, try to make a play, and you fire against a jiggle peak where you had like probably 0.2 of a second to even, you know, thread the needle and stuff like that. That's why I'm not saying too much in particular. I'm just saying, you know, a summary. To get to that summary is probably a lot of different steps in particular. Like, it's not just one step of just aim for the forehead kind of thing. And as always, like, you know, it's a lot of simple things in particular that just don't, like, they're simple to say, but they're harder to do, if you get what I mean. Like, it's not something you can just resolve overnight. As much as I would love to resolve overnight as well. Because, like, Alistair is capable of, you know, creating good clutches, hitting those shots in particular. As I said before, it's just maintaining that high quality on a consistent basis. And that's not all there is to it. Like, a lot of pro teams in particular, especially in the tier 1 area, especially even the top 10 teams, like, you notice that they are strong because they can maintain that high quality consistently, okay? So they can be always getting that, let's just say, for example, Rain, who's the most consistent player in FaZe. He can always get that 1.1 rating in every single game, okay? And, you know, be between that area. So he's always consistent and always high quality. And I love Rain, and I love using Rain as an example, even if he'll be like, oh, Rain? What? You know, he's not that great. Yeah, but he just maintains that quality of his play on a consistent basis where he's Need for a liability. Like, he's rarely a liability. He's more of an asset, if you get what I mean. Anyways, we're heading to the server, guys, because a few guys are getting in. But as I said, that's where you want to get to, where, like, you're always an asset and you're not, you know, your inconsistency isn't letting the team down. And sometimes when your team's getting absolutely flattened, you are going to look like a liability. But, like, you know, if your team goes down 13-4, like, everyone is going to have a negative rating. It's very hard for someone to have a positive rating if you lose 13-4. Now, by the way, with DXA, Practicum is officially on the roster, so they did lose Rocky. He's good for the vibes and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm always about to get in the stuff on the scoreboard. I'm a big fan of Steve Bruce. You ever heard Steve Bruce, former Man United striker from a long ago? Okay, back in the 1980s, but you know, for most people it's a long ago. All you have to do is put the ball in the back of the net. Nothing fancy, okay? So always remember that line. Steve Bruce. Don't look at his managerial career, okay? It's worse, but you know, he's got the good quotes. Just get the ball in the back of the net. I'm too young for that reference. Oh, pretty much. He was commenting on a lot of people who like do all these fancy step overs and, you know, ball tricks. I think he was referring to the Brazilians, okay? And he says, all you have to do is get the ball in the back of the net, which is a reference to football, soccer. Football, exactly. Crags, you gotta talk to HLTV for that. I have no idea. A lot of guys can help out in particular. Let's go DXA. I can say it'll be good, like, to see how DXA goes. DXA have been like a team that is known to steal maps off like big teams like Rooster and, well, we'll see Bad News Kangaroos. Oh yeah, that's right. IKNV Rooster is on ESLC, Crag. Sorry, for some reason. I completely forgot about that. I forget they're playing arcade. Like, I'm going like, oh, yeah. I wanted to cast a Rooster for the arcade game secretly because I just wanted to interview Foggers, okay? And actually, funnily enough, I've not casted many of the arcade games, okay? I've not casted many of the arcade games. Oh, there you go. So this is for the Rooster arcade game. That should work. What I'll do, Crags, I'll help you out as well. I'll just put it onto the broadcast Discord. If I can find it. Two seconds. Don't know where it's Crags, I'm helping you out. I'm trying to get it onto the broadcast Discord so HLTV can get on it. I'll do one better. There we go. Do you know stream the KCG game? No, I do not. Not sure. There's not only myself and Ishmael on tonight. If this game ends a bit early, I could probably just sneak in as well. As BO2 teams take a map. So, Isaac, if you know the old ESL Pro League thingo back in the days where NA and EU had, like, you know, BO2, so like one team played one map and they played another map. So basically, if you win a map, you get one win. If you lose a map, you get one loss. That's pretty much it. So it's like the BO2s are separate BO1s internally. And I probably explained that in the worst way possible. So if you win both BO1s, you get 2 wins. Oh, jeez. It's a different system. It's a different system. It's an old system back in the day. Because that's what that's what NA used to run on back in the ESL Pro League days for NA before the finals. You guys remember that? Remember watching that? You had Ghost Gaming, and I did a lot of the permutations of like teams getting eliminated and whatnot. Obviously, Renegades back in the day as well played in the NA Pro League, and then obviously they merged them together in the end. I love it when teams go together, the scouts. So main additions for DXA in particular, Prakim has been obviously put onto the roster, and also Zuko has been put onto the roster as well. So they've picked up 2, dropped 2. So Rocky no longer on the roster. I'm trying to remember the other one that was replaced. I forget. Yeah, I don't think anyone's streaming the KZG game at the moment. So no, only myself and Ishmael on at the moment. Motion, that's right, Jeremy. But yeah, the only 2 casters on tonight is myself and Ishmael, and also obviously the mainstream. Knife round to start off. So basically both rounds, or both matches, will have knife rounds. So to win a knife rounds, we'll pick the side. James is probably like, you know, just talking a whole bunch, because all I hear is chatter, and I assume it's James talking, which is Ruffleco. Like, I highly think Ruffleco is talking. I could probably open the console, and it'll probably be like 6 messages from Ruffleco. I would, but at the same time, I don't want to expose the IP. Oh, that missed right click there. Oh, geez, Zuko got a big one. Should be, oh, yeah, that's a DXA knife round. Oh, jeez, Ruffleco. Damn. 3 right clicks in a row. So DXA will win the knife round, the most likely. I'm actually not sure which side they're going to go on. That was actually a huge nice round by Ruffleco there. Like, that was some good right clicking. It means if Ruffleco gets attempted to be chased later by FlyQuest, he might kill all of them with that right click. But either way, DXA will start the CT side. We've got a smoke and a kit on Zuko. And FlyQuest have so many nades. They have 3 flashes, 2 smokes, and a bunch of Glocks. FlyQuest are back in AU. We can just confirm that now. Yes, they are in Australia. Otherwise, that 7 MS is pretty low. Long jewel coming out. Prakim going towards pit. Ints may have heard that. Probably did hear that. Ruffleco on an aggressive angle. Brilliant by Ruffleco. Opening pick onto Ints. Great flash counter as an Alistair just leaves no victims. Vex like to follow up, and they've got long control. Smoke's gonna come through, and are we gonna get the infamous rugby pass? Oh, beautiful by Kyo. Kyo just even hits Ali for a bit of damage as well. It's gonna check short, doesn't see anyone yet. It's gonna be a 3v3. Side advantage to Kyo. Kyo trying to see if anyone's gonna peek out, trying to get some extra information as well. Kyo's actually pushing this smoke quite aggressively. Retake coming in from short. They do have a kit on Zuko. Liaz. Gonna have to do a lot of work here. Boost comes up. Liaz, oh, gotta be careful there. Kyo's gonna snipe him. Could be a retake coming here. Ali with the trade the P250. Lucas takes down Dexter as well. Just up to Ali, and Ali just can't take a hit. He should go down by Lucas, and it'll be a first round to DXA. Kyo recovers the kit from Zuko. It'll be first round on board for DXA. That was a really, really good round by Kyo. Like, that hit here from Kyo was huge. Okay, that one tap just to hit the cross, that was a huge shot. He only had like 0.5 seconds to hit that shot. Like, that was huge. Glad he didn't just run through the smoke. Oh, I was getting worried about that, Tim. The moment I saw him, thinking about it, like, oh, no, 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 no. The 3v3, you don't want to do that. But either way, Force Spark comes in for FlyQuest. Double HE towards, ooh, Kyo's going very aggressive. He goes down to Liaz. No trade possible. Lucas on an off angle is going to swing out. He sees Ali's elbow. Rushmate goes in. Lucas is going to smoke it off so they can't defend uppers. Ruffleco's going to discover as well that no one's towards middle. Gotta be careful to rotate. Ince is going to be really careful as well. I heard him out long. Ince goes to the 1 dig, and that's a brutal 1 dig. Lucas even popping up as well. Oh, they've definitely seen him. Ali, oh geez, Ali's going to take a bit of a fight here as well. Lucas can't really afford to take this, given the fact they don't want to put a 2v2 now. It's... Oh geez, Vexite brutally takes out Prakem. Unless Lucas can do a miracle here. Good flash, should get the bomb to the side at least. That'll be Dexter the plant. Not really much. Zuko get pinged down by Vexite. Lucas will get the grab the kick. And that'll be it. Lucas definitely not interested at all, but FlyQuest interested in the hunt. And 4 picked up by Dexter. Surprised that isn't being chucked to Ints, but Ints will be behind. Have we got a done better in chat? I think we do have a done better in chat. Lucas? Oh, jeez, he's not going to be happy about that one. You do realize that FlyQuest had weapons, right? FlyQuest had a Galil. Had 2 Galils. Actually had 3 Galils. And a Tech 9. That's not Eco, that's called a Force Buy. A Eco would be them with all Glocks. But I gotta say, like, brilliant round by Ints to get the 1D, and also FlyQuest to make sure they can't really commit to holding mid. Ali, oh jeez, that was very, very ballsy there. So obviously DXA were trying to commit to just some sort of map control, just didn't work out. Also gonna say Lucas there's probably gonna be a bit unhappy with this spray on an M4. He got the advantage against Ali. Liaz. That was a bit of damage to Zuko. Zuko unable to get anything there. Oh jeez, jumping from Kiri there. If he kept still, would have actually dinked Liaz. That's a decent HE. Oh jeez, Vexite takes out Lucas. That's a really hard position to defend from. Boffico trying to go for the 1D, but Ali is just gonna clock him, and that should be a site secured. I think one person had Tech 9, one person had a Deagle, and there was 3 Galils. That was a Force Buy. I don't know why you're still arguing that. DXA. They forced up last round, didn't go so well, so it's gonna be an Eco. I love Tech 9, so Tech 9 is one of my favorite, but didn't get to do too much last round. Give me a stack. Coming out towards Long, and Dexter, oh, that grenade. He's going to do a bit of damage. That second one might give it away. The 5-man stack to human pyramid. And Prakem is able to trade out, but Ints is still remaining there trying to protect that weapon, and Ints should get the third. Fuko. It's going to be a bit of shooting practice. Oh, that's a trade to smoke for a smoke. Not really much DXA can do there. It's just hope you get a couple of kills with their USBs, basically. Gunner coming in for DXA. Let him have it? I'm not going to let him have it today. I think he's just actually not very smart. They got a kill with pistol, but they didn't probably expect the second play here. Lucas going in between, but he's just going to run through the smoke and towards Ints. Ints expecting a very aggressive push. And Leo is able to take down the trade as well. Prakem trying to hold on at Car, but he's going to take a lot of utility. But Prakem is actually already hiding away. They might be able to disguise this because they could think Ruffleco is Prakem. HG's being forced out. Oh, they flash in, but Prakem, well, they know the second player's on the side, and they're going to push in, and Ints are going to get freebie on Prakem, not looking around. Ruffleco grabs one, drops the bomb, but traded out by Ints, and that bomb should be recovered, but Zuko trying to protect it. Beautiful shot towards Ints. Slams it in. Looking for the flank. I never knew eco rounds were so serious. Like, I never knew that you should always win rounds with USPs. But either way, Ali's going to get the bomb planted, and Zuko, he's just trying to look for the individual jewels there. He's looking for the flank, given the fact that he was aggressed upon. Zuko popping up short. He will be caught out by Liaz here, because he won't expect Liaz to swing like that, or Liaz to be in a position like that. Zuko, not a chance. 4th round for FlyQuest. So in this scenario here, it's a 2v1. You expect both players to be on the side. You don't expect a player to be in an off angle like this. And also, not to mention, you don't expect the player to swing out short like that as well. So Zuko was probably so unaware that he just got slapped in the face, and before he realized it, he was already dead. This is like the prime example of like, oh, beautiful by Ali takes down Lucas. I was actually gonna see what Ali was gonna do there, but a beautiful shot there. Some 5-7s, a half bike coming in for DXA. Really to see if they can get a rifle here, and Ince will be the first man up. Oh, they've seen a player at lowers. Ince should get a couple of kills here because they will not be suspecting him to be in middle. Kyo does get his ban in the end. Ruffle Crow just can't get the head of the 5-7. Does take down Dexter. But there's no weapon recovered. Oh, Ali does dink him, but Ali able to trade back 5th round on the board. They got a few kills, but I gotta say the biggest issue of DXA, yeah, they get kills. Yeah, you get 2 players down, okay? But, you know, where's your ability to recover these rifles? That's the hard part. Like, you know, if you're in the eco, potentially you need to be able to get those AKs or Galils on your teammates' backs. Ali being boosted up. Oh, geez, give you a battle of the boosts here. I think Ali saw something. He did, took it at the top of the smoke. And Vexite is just basically going to punish, and Liaz has got a double entry as well. On towards short. And this is falling apart very quickly for DXA. Zuko's been spotted at A, and it really doesn't matter. I was gonna say, basically, I didn't even looked at Liaz over towards short, and DXA had already lost 2. I'm not sure if they flashed themselves or anything like that. Didn't even get any time to like observe. Ali once again looking towards middle, almost hits it. You gotta be so careful going through mid doors like that in particular, like with what they're doing. Vexite once again gets him on the off angle, punishes it. I've heard Ruffleco at short, by the way. Checking unders, nobody's there as well. HE grenade was going to throw it. Might get the Kobe. Kraken wins it long. They know Ruffleco's nearby. Ali's going to punish it. Lucas unable to trade. Actually does trade in the end of the 1D. We've already got 2 players already swinging out, and Dexter got that peak's advantage, and Lucas unable to just adjust. Oh, Zuko very aggressive with that D. He's got to be careful towards mid. He has seen a player in mid. Dexter wasn't paying attention. Dexter sneaking in now. Zuko might get as many does, and that's going to be a recovered AK. And that's huge. Like, that's a huge recovery getting that AK. Kraken might be able to get an AK himself. Not sure what the next 2 are, so he's going to grab that AK as well. Zuko, he's got 1, and now it's up to Ali in a 1v2. Ali's going to go aggressive here. He can't let them get, you know, next to each other. And Ali does grab 1 in the end. Now he's just going to hold the angle. Kraken. Give me a fake plant. Kraken giving his position away. Ali. Wallbangs Kraken. Doesn't get the chest, just wallbangs him. And that's going to hurt them a lot. All Kraken has to do is hit 2 shots, and DXA get 2. And that's a big round for DXA. Great start with the 1-digs. The key part here was recovering this AK here and recovering this AK here. In these half-by rounds, able to get rifles into their players' hands. Probably the key part. Shot by Lucas is clean, and then, oh dude, all the shots were very clean. Like, all the shots were really clean. Ali's gonna be a bit miffed that I was a wallbang right on a kill on Kraken. Hit him for 86. Not sure about that Molotov. That hits car. That's good. Ruffleco with the AWP. Bit aggressive. I've never seen Ruffleco AWP before, and we'll find out shortly if he's a good AWP or not. Ali jumps over the candlestick, gets in towards Pit. Jumps over the AWP shot. Oh, geez, Ali should definitely punish Ruffleco, and he does. Ruffleco not even looking at Pit, and his head goes cleans off. No, I think this is a... Guys, I think this is a force buy. DXA gotta be a bit careful here. They'll open the buffet for Lucas. That's a bit too much. DXA was not blinded. Keo, is that short? It's gonna go off his angle. Does take down Vexite. Fade away takes out Vexite. Flank coming in from Liaz, but Zuko's aware of it. Keo, the IGL. They're getting that bomb to the side. Keo, oh jeez, doesn't get ints. Ints is quick on the trigger. Should be a 7th round on the board for FlyQuest. Zuko coming in for the retake. Is Kira IGL? Yeah, Kira is IGL for DXA. Zuko expecting a flank. He'll be right. They'll be charging in. Zuko grabs one, looking for the flank. Expects Ints to be here. Gets second. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Oh no, Ali dropped. Zuko knows Ali's in CT. He could probably go for this as well. That's what exactly he's doing. He's going for it because he knows Ali has to hit a miracle shot. And Zuko, a big 1v3 clutch. That is a round from Zuko. See, that's how you play a 1v3, okay? Zuko already knowing that a player is coming to flank, okay? He already knows players coming around. They keep 2 on site, 1 player flanks. Always paying attention to here. Reckless peek down here. They could have kept it. Zuko gets the first kill. Zuko keeps the eye on the flank because one player pushed by himself here. Unless there's a flank coming back here. Nails the flank. Ali makes a bit of a mistake, falls off here. Zuko's in a very, very advantageous position. Kraken drops the Ints. Off angle is Lucas. Can he catch Dexter on Xbox? You know, they've lost long control. Kraken eventually does go down. He knows Dexter's there now, Lucas. Oh, Lucas snatches at it. Does get the kill in the end. Smoke's coming in. They should be able to clear long. Rotations are coming through, but it's only towards CT. Ruffleco, well, they delay the cross. DXA trying to push for information. They don't see anyone, and well, I'm going to say they've got all the information they need. FlyQuest. Liaz crosses without anyone knowing about it, and Liaz is heavily tagged Kira. It's an HE away from Kira going down. Kira has to peek out. Liaz puts him into the grave. Smoke towards short. Ruffleco just trying anything at this stage. Bomb will be planted for safe. Ruffleco go for the jump shot, but it's safe as houses, so we can't really do anything there. DXA, they probably still go for this. Oh, Ruffleco really trying to snipe Vexite at car. FlyQuest playing no nonsense now. There's no stream for the Mind Freak Vantage game, otherwise I would say something about it, but we could probably go to one of those games. Ali's gonna try and snipe a few players out. Ruffleco trying to grab a few guns, but Vexite will clear everything out. It'll be a 7th round for FlyQuest. Could be deaths after the round. No, fortunately it doesn't go off. I'm gonna say that clutch from Zuko was actually really, really good. Like, really, really good. Like, the situational awareness from Zuko was really, really high tier. I'm gonna say FlyQuest overall, they're just toying with their food as well. Like, Vexite, Ints, and Dexter, like, they're all hitting their shots. The difference from, like, you know, hitting your shots and missing your shots, basically. Like, I think early, I think it was the 3rd round or 2nd round in particular, where Lucas only put 2 bullets into Ints, despite Lucas having the advantage. And Ints put 4 bullets into him to take him out, and obviously, I think Lucas hit about 6. It's a big, big difference there. Gonna be a hero buy onto Ruffleco. Actually, they got some 5.7s and CZs as well. Going for long control, and I don't think it's gonna end well. Dexter's been flash Ints 1 and 2, and they heard Zuko, so Zuko is a dead man walking. Kira does trade out, but this doesn't matter. There's only 1 player in B and they know it, so they can go straight to A. Zuko going for uppers already. Vexite's gonna be careful, but I think Vexite could be aware of this. Vexite should win this. Does. 8 rounds on the board for FlyQuest. Tech pause coming in at the moment. Not sure whose fault, you know. Lost keyboard, headset. What will it be? Well, they're ready to go. Maybe Kira's cats woke up. No, it's actually Ali's internet. FlyQuest calling it the timeouts. Okay, like I say, I'm looking at that 1v3 clip from Zuko. That's an incredibly good 1v3. Ali only shows the first local talent? Well, why is it strange? Like, the bigger teams are just better players than DXA. BO2 will hate me saying this, but that's the point. Like, he's versing players that are more prone to make mistakes than tier 1 teams. There's no, like, strange ability or whatnot, okay? Like, in particular, like, you know, basically, if they I feel like, you know, what, in particular, what they do is some of these teams would be like, okay, so Ali likes AWPing at shorts, likes AWPing at long like this, or AWPing here like that, or AWPing here like this in particular. And what they do is they just flash out those areas, and if they hear an AWP shot, they know where Ali is, basically. Like, if they hear an AWP shot after they flash this, it means Alice is around this area, so they can just go take long. Like, stuff like that. And also, they watch his demos to see which he prefers. Like, does he prefer being in the B side? Does he prefer being on a short? Does he prefer being defending long and stuff like that as well? Like, it's nothing new. Like, now with DXA, they probably won't study that too much. And it could be land jitters as well. You know, gets nervous. Compared to these sort of games where, like, they're expected to win. DXA, flashbang. Ooh, say, Kiro. He's gonna swing on it, and Elliott's gonna get his man. A lot of flashes going in. Lucas will take down Alistair, trade out by Dexter. That should be a secondary trade out by Ropico. It is. It's a lot of one-for-one trade. Ropico can't hold it long, and that means they're going to go straight to the side. Kraken rotating over. Smoke and flash is going to be thrown in, so Kraken won't be able to spray it. Ooh. So close, Kraken. Just a second away. 1v2. I know Kraken's CT. This is so disadvantageous. Probably be taken out from behind. Oh, jeez. Kraken getting a bit of a freebie there. I don't think Liaz could see. It's going to be a 9-3 half to FlyQuest. I'm assuming that flash blinded both players. Given the fact that the player on balcony made no attempt to take out the player on player coming out CT. No, Kraken coming out CT. Zuko pushing forward the pistol round. I have a feeling that Ali's going to get 2 kills here. Showing a lot of movement. Obviously, Ints has reported that movement at long. Going for an early smoke. Ints rotating back. He's got his information. Can they engage here? Oh, jeez. Looking away at the wrong time. Ali can't grab one Zuko with the trade. They're saying Lucas walking away at the wrong time is probably the worst. Oh, jeez, Kira. Another beautiful shot. Zuko trying to help out. I think we're going to spectate Kira because Kira's been nailing some pretty nutty shots. Yeah, I think we just spectate Kira. Kira trade out by Vexite. Vexite, very risky peek. Doesn't get another, and that bomb is going to be planted very shortly. Kira had it. So it's going to be a bit of a delay. Vexite rotating through long. Kira got a free K there. Did very well. He's been training up those pistols. Vexite doesn't have a kit, has to get in early. expecting him to be short. I would have seen it long now, and Prakham's like, guys, long. Got a double peek onto him, missing all the shots there. That's not good. Vexite attempting this. Can he take down Roffico at least? And Vexite just keeping his head down. Might get his first, but traded out by Prakham and DXA. They almost fumbled that 2v1. They get it right and put 4 on the board for DXA. Who did Zuko play before DXA? I'm trying to remember who he played for. I know it was an open... Actually, I don't think he unretired to play for DXA. Double pistol in from DXA. I gotta say, it's been mostly Kyo. Like, Kyo's got 6 of his kills, I believe, from pistol rounds. So it's been mostly Kyo. Walking into a 4-spy from FlyQuest. At the Game Expo? Yeah, I don't think he played in the open team in particular. Like, he played a LAN, and that's it. Prakham. Making a lot of noise here, DXA. Oh, they've caught Ince in the open. Ince almost goes down. Alex there really... Oh, Ince trying to really sell this that no one's on site. Dexter comes in from behind. That should be an easy kill. That's 2 Galils picked up. Ruffleco. Can he catch anyone in particular? Down. Caught by behind by Vexite. Doesn't expect the double flank. And DXA are giving a lot of rifles away towards FlyQuest. That's just, don't know what to say at that point. Lucas with 1. Lucas can clutch, but that's gonna be too much. He'll be 10 res on the board for FlyQuest. They grabbed 2 AKs and a Galil out of that, by the way. I should probably expect FlyQuest to wrap this up at 13-4. Tech 9's being pulled out by DXA. Allspy comes in. They do have to spawn for it. They do have to spawn for the Tech 9 rush towards the B side. Here, check lowers. Vexite very aware that a 4-spy can come in with a Tech 9. Vexite does a lot of damage to Zuko. Will finish off Zuko. Go for a B split. Alex there should be ready for this. Gets the bomb to drop, but should be recoverable. Is. B split comes in. HE pops out, and Kyo is definitely going to be popped. Prakham gets a second of the tech, oh, first with the Tech 9, but well, they're not going to recover that. 11 on the board for FlyQuest. None of these teams picked any of the maps, but it's most likely FlyQuest forcing DXA to pick maps. Like, it's most likely FlyQuest forced DXA to pick certain maps. Because, of course, FlyQuest can afford to do that. Ince looking for an anti-eco ace. Ooh, it's being dinged. The Glock should do the rest, and that's exactly what they do. Ince does get a second, but the M4s might do the rest as well. Kyo, they both can't see, actually. Kyo does a lot of damage to Ali. Kyo with the Glock does take that Alistair in the end, but traded out. 12 rounds on the board. Should be 8 match points, and probably going to be the match off 1. I wonder if they are going to... He stood in long doors, he couldn't see. Like, he couldn't see as well. He DC'd and also couldn't see, Tim. Because they were both flashed. He was running in his own teammate. Like, he was flashed and running to the left into his own teammate as well. Just remember that. Like, he couldn't see and also he was being body blocked. Next up. 1, 2, no issue. Lucas, gonna be careful. Should take down Vexite here. Oh, no, not a chance. The Kyo, jeez, didn't even get a chance to blink. Flashbang was just too strong. FlyQuest just giving them no respect, no room for DXA whatsoever. Bombs dropped at towards mid. Gonna be rough for Ruffleco. Is he gonna get knifed? Does he expect Dexter to be as close? Nah, Dexter just ends it. 13-4 as expected. FlyQuest will get the job done. I'm gonna say I think Ruffleco was expecting that in particular, but just not even a chance. They go 4v5. Well, they were dominating FlyQuest, DXA 4v5 anyway, so not to be too surprised like that they went 4v5. Like, I think FlyQuest were getting an average of like 1.8 players per DXA player, which, you know, you might as well go for it. It's just like, yeah, you know, we probably win a round, you know, Ali will be back soon. I've got a lot of opportunities to win it. You know, that sort of thing. I don't think it's disrespect. I think it's like DXA don't have a full buy and it's 12-4 down. And I think DXA are like well aware that FlyQuest are just going to go and do that, to be honest. It's like sitting there being like, yeah, we're getting absolutely dominated and we're not going to have much of a chance anyway. Next map is going to be Vertigo. And I'm going to say overall, DXA had some really, really good stuff, like really good moments. But FlyQuest were just much better on the day. And I think a lot of DXA's rounds, other than the pistols in particular, were from FlyQuest mistakes. Okay, like, were definitely from FlyQuest mistakes. I mean, the 1v3 from Zuko really shouldn't have happened, despite how good it looked from Zuko and good awareness. There's a lot of mistakes from FlyQuest in particular. I can call out two of them. One, the short player peeking, and secondly, Alistair falling off the balcony, giving Zuko where he was and giving Zuko a really advantageous position in a retake, which is, of course, not being in CT. CT is the biggest trap spot on Dust 2. That's not even funny, just an FYI. It's like the biggest trap spot. You never want to be retaking or holding from CT because you just can't. Whose map pick? There's no map picks as per se. It's just like a best of one veto, basically. But overall, I think the two pistols, I think Kyo won those rounds on his own. Okay, the pistols. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be right back for a moment. And we're going to get up to map number 2 very shortly. Okay guys, welcome back to DXA v FlyQuest. We're getting into Vertigo, which is, well, I'm going to put it bluntly, no one really plays Vertigo, okay? Not many teams play Vertigo whatsoever. So yeah, enjoy. But I expect this match to be pretty quick as well. Yeah, for interviews so far, I don't really have anyone lined up yet. So FlyQuest or DXA or whoever wants to come in and get into my DMs, that would be fairly awesome. Now we are waiting for one more from DXA, which is I believe Zuko. And there he is, speak of the devil. Before we get this one started. I'm actually impressed that that DXA did manage to get both pistol rounds against FlyQuest. Kyo with, I think, 6 kills in all pistol rounds. Ooh, that was smooth. He's just really good at pistols, okay? He's just really good at pistols. There we go. Just waiting for it. Yes. Well, should take down Kyo. I'm just waiting for the game to start. Okay, what's up? I thought they would start by now, actually, given Zuko's coming to the server, but I think we could be waiting on Zuko. We're waiting on Lucas, actually. Oh, there we go. Oh, who? Okay, I think we're waiting for Vexart. Where's the live stream for Mind Freak and B&K? B&K and Arcade's been on the live stream, mate. It's on ESLC. That's where Arcade and B&K are. Mind Freak, there's no live stream for it. I saw Arcade beat Rooster. I assume that was the fact. Yeah, they did. Jeez, that's a big win for Arcade. Big win for Arcade. Actually, no, B&K's on the live stream. B&K's on Ishmael's stream. Ishmael should be live on that. Can see if B&K and KZG won, but I have no idea. B&K's close, but I'm not sure about KZG. KZG did win, they won 13-4. On Inferno as well. Well, not really one of their favorite maps. actually quite impressive by KCG. Because they go to Ancient now, which is one of the better maps, and Inferno is not really a good map for them. I hear the Nova going off in the background. So we're going to see what Liaz does with the Nova. Oh, jeez. Damn. DXA just blown away. That Nova did so much damage. People were asking me if you could swap out one player on FlyQuest, who would it be and who replaces them? That's going to be such a controversial topic and probably the easiest topic one that I want to answer, but I'll probably get myself in hot water regardless. But it would most likely be the AWPer. I think of all the free agent AWPers out there in particular that they can pick up. I would say AWPer for GXX. Even I don't think they'll be able to get Waro, but they may be able to get GXX. Knife round comes out. Yeah, well, I gotta say, I think DXA giving the knife round over to FlyQuest. Nah, I'd go like European for the AWPer. Because the only like AWPers in Australia would just be like Pain and DPR, I suppose, that are not IGLs. Obviously, Night Raid's an IGL, Kyo's an IGL, Chelios is an IGL. So yeah. But like you got between Pain and DPR, who are both young AWPers at the moment, and with limited international experience. I might as well just go to like a European AWPer instead, like, you know, GXX, Waro as well. There's a few AWPers on the market who still don't have teams. I was trying to like not suggest MHL the entire time during my recaps because I knew MHL was going to Talon. So I'm like trying to not say, oh yeah, maybe they could get MHL. MHL's an interesting one though, because MHL's been on so many teams. Like, so many teams. But he's never got over that curb where he gets to play for ESL Pro League. FlyQuest rushing up towards middle, and they are avoiding Kyo. Like, clearly avoiding Kyo. Kyo trying to snipe in via middle. He's got one. Kyo, geez, really good round actually. They crunched middle incredibly well. Roffelco's got a third, but can be traded by Vexite. That's going to allow him to get the bomb plant, but Lucas is there at danger side. Vexite going to fake it out, but he's going to be surprised by Lucas. Rory just signed with some new team that only Pixel did. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, it was Rory had G Mestal, Salam, and Kvem. A very interesting team, that one, okay? A very interesting team. DXA won the third pistol, by the way. DXA have not lost a pistol. Starting to think they're pistol round experts. Oh, I don't think the only Pixel team is doing too much, to be honest. They've got to get to the Asia RMR and they're going to be cooked, I reckon. It's going to be one of those teams that like make up the numbers in the Asia RMR. I'm going to be one on that one. Boost comes up for Zuko. Because they're going in via the Middle East option. Which they could win. But I would say that he make it numbers all Zuko. I do see Alice there. Oh, geez. Zuko took down Kyo. There's an accidental shot, and they're going to charge into with Deagles and Glocks. Unfortunate for Zuko. Lucas can't really do too much. Leah's going to borrow the M4 to deal the killer blow. That's horrific for DXA. Not really much they can do. Crack, I'm hearing a lot of noise. Might be going on to Vexa here. Just waiting for it. Oh, geez, Vexa, what a 1D. And that's going to be all weapons recovered. So they're going to pick up 3 M4s and an MP9. Binned it on. Dude, I'm going to say, they're cooked. They are 100% cooked. They just gave, like... Yeah. FlyQuest just messing around at this point. Well, I'd say overall, like, they are much better than DXA. So, yeah. Like, if I'm going to be brutally honest, yeah, they are probably being very over-aggressive. Solo and whatnot. Because they're able to just control sites and win a lot of these duels. Oh, you mean Pain? I've already talked about Pain. As I said, I wouldn't put Pain into that roster. Like, Pain is a very, very gamble player as Ali takes on Kira and Zuko. Like, you don't know how Pain's gonna go on the international stage and in LAN. He's on Mind Freak. Second round the board for FlyQuest. But, you know, I don't think it's any surprising to many people on, like, who would you replace on FlyQuest. Like, I think everyone's saying the same thing. Like, that's what you would replace. Because it's one of the key issues. But at the same time, like, you know, I don't talk about roster moves until after the major's over. Or the major's over, because the ESL Pro League happens before. Because they're not gonna replace anyone on that roster. It's kind of pointless. Like, a lot of people are expecting, like, roster moves, like, now, and it's just like, bro, like, nah. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's really hard to even say that, Annette. Like, it's really hard to be like, who do you keep? Who do you throw away? It's like, you can't justify a lot of the riflers and stuff like that. It's just like, eh. Like if Ali plays an ultra consistent, like ESL Pro League, he nails all his shots, gets a lot of assists, gets a lot of map control, like definitely has a lot of impact. You can't justify getting rid of Alistair at that point. It's just the main thing in particular is just getting into the major with the Asia RMR and getting decent at the ESL Pro League, and they'll probably keep the roster. There's no reason to implode it. That should be Kilter's alley. There we go. I don't think Ruffleco, he's going to go deep and far. And Lucas, I don't see him keeping this M4. Takes out Ian, so that's a beautiful takedown. And Ruffleco, not really much of a chance. But yeah, a lot of people have been suggesting Pain and DPR going into, so mainly Pain. Like I say, I'm not, you know, on that boat yet. I think that's putting a poor kid into a baptism of fire, to be honest. Pain is a tier 1 player? I don't think Pain's a tier 1 player yet. He's good, but he's not a tier 1 player. Oh, not Simple. Who wants Simple in the roster? That Simple is the biggest gamble that anyone could put him in the roster. Like, just think about it. Like, Simple, you're gonna pay a high price because he was good, but you're not sure if he is going to be good. Lucas gets the opener. Takes down Vexite. Ali trades out, takes down Kira as well. Kira tries to Press the issue. Dexter. Walk up towards ramp. Zuko, the other defender. Dexter takes down Zuko. I feel like Liaz is their support player, so I wouldn't drop him. I think Liaz does alright as a support. Ooh, beautiful by Liaz. Takes down Lucas. Bomb's gonna be planted at default. Dexter going Skybridge. And crack him. Well, B's just gonna withdraw almost immediately. No point. Reading vibes and hype doesn't matter if you miss simple shots. That's my opinion. Just gotta show it on the scoreboard. Crack him. Why catch Ince here? Oh, Ince's seen it. Crack him. Can't get the 4 bullets. Fourth round on the board. Oh, geez, Rufflecoat gets a freebie on Ince. Might be able to recover an AK. Second one for Dexter. Dexter goes down and... Jeez, Rufflecoat... What? That is nuts. A third as well. Jeez, that was a really good 1v3 there, trying to keep that M4. What AWPer would take his place with Oz AWPers? Oh yeah, exactly. There's not many. There's literally the only one is Pain. And then you got DPR afterwards. I'm talking about AWPers that do not IGL. So we ignore Chelios, we ignore Keo, and we ignore Night Raid, because the IGLs. Oh, geez, Rufflecoat had a chance. Might get a chance here. Zuko's going to boost him up. But I think Rufflecoat's going to get caught. No, he isn't going to get caught. Might get a second. Nah, fair only has. Bit too audacious. Zuko recovers the AK, but uses the Eagle anyway. Ali for the Tech 9, and that's going to be the A side open, and Vex side just wants to go for a bit more. But if we go with the RGLs and pure skill, Kiro is not up to it. Night Raid, I would say, not up to it. There's PZ as well, but I'd say PZ's, ooh. PZ's up there. You could look to win. Depends if PZ's even interested, to be honest. Then you got Chelios. I guess say overall Chelios has been alright. Not you know, too much to really write home about. Like, yep. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why Talon went for a foreign AWPer. They went for a really good foreign AWPer as well, that they can get really cheap. Because MHL was weird, okay? It was weird. Like, as in like, from what I'm saying from weird from a perspective, is that great work by Lucas there. MHL hadn't done anything really super great, but also at the same time, he's got a lot of high potential and stuff like that. Yes, let's take down Lucas, and that's going to prevent a clutch. Chalice wouldn't fit. Yeah, I don't think Chalice would fit. As I said, like as before, I said like too many cooks. Like at any time I suggest an IGL AWP, I immediately exclude the IGL AWP because it's just like too many chefs in the kitchen. So that's why I excluded like Night Raid, Kiro, and Chelios, because they're all IGL AWPers. PZ's still the best AWPer behind Ali? Yeah, exactly. I would probably say that. Payne's getting exceptionally close, by the way. Oh, jeez, did he really try to knife crack him? Crack him? That is probably the most bravest defuse I have ever seen. I love it, okay? Crack him, defusing. Like, Liaz has got the angle. It's just like, that's the bravest. Like I say, you know, if Payne can consistently get as high numbers that he gets in an AU level and able to dominate the scene, definitely a person to replace Ali. But at the moment, he ain't. His performances is really up and down. Very up and down. When MH was playing for Mouse, next he was doing a great job. I see Metallic. Oh, and what I'm trying to say is that, like, he didn't really have a... Like, it was a weird team that he didn't really have a stable roster, and geez, FlyQuest absolutely obliterating them. Hero does get one back. Ooh, beautiful from Kraken. Might get a second here as well, but just smash that up. And they're just going to go towards A. But Liaz gives them the don't argue. Because I would say PZ is more consistent than Pain. And that's what makes PZ better. Like, MHL, I'm going to say, is in a weird spot because he was good on AGO, then went missing. Then was good on Mouse Next, then obviously went missing. Good on Falcons, and obviously Falcons did their Falcon stuff. He just never found a good spot, okay? Never found a good spot. Like, I remember casting MHL when he used to play for AGO, man, and watching him complete, like, his 1v3 and 1v2 clutches. It was nuts. Lucas has got... He knows Liaz is at Skybridge. Oh, Lucas, he ain't gonna get out of here. He's a dead man. He's gonna watch 3 angles. And they don't check any. Oh, Lucas. He might even get a knife here. Oh, takes down Ali. That's the all picked up. Yeah, Lucas, he ain't getting out of here. Lucas takes down Vexite. He ain't... Oh, no scope. Is he even gonna get knifed too? He rounds on the board for FlyQuest. What I mean by Pain in particular, like sometimes Pain can do like, you know, up to here, he gets his 1.5 rating, and the next game it's like down here like 0.8. And that's the biggest issue. The biggest issue, as I said before, is consistency. You want to maintain that middle, that high quality kind of thing, okay? Like, you want to maintain that. You don't, you can't have the up and down games. 1-for-1 trade. I'm talking about Pain, by the way. Given JKS's style, I would not put him on the AWP. JKS is a very patient player, but yeah. You know, I could see FlyQuest kicking Falcon though. Kicking Paddy, okay? I can see him doing that, okay? Who wants Paddy on FlyQuest? Man, you can only imagine my smirk, Paddy, the moment I said that, okay? You can only imagine my smirk when I said that. I was just staring, okay? I was just staring. But anyway, we've been talking about this too long. Lucas, great flash. Oh, geez, X is still one because it wasn't done for him. Zuko is going to get absolutely clobbered. And there we go, there's the clobbering. And it's all up to Prakim, and Prakim has been revealed. He's going to actually push that Molotov, which is impressive. And yeah, he probably deserves that knife for pushing that flash. Good old knife by Dexter though. I think Prakim's feeling a bit hurt there, but you know, you push that Molotov and you walk to that flash. Yeah, you gotta get that right click. Bring back JT? AT South Africa, not Australian. Mate, they've got it in on B. Okay, I didn't even pay attention there, but they've got it in on B already. Yeah, Ali's gonna get this kill, although Zuko is a bit aware of it. That was one big int, but traded out almost instantly. Well, Prakim's been seen as well. He's not gonna escape. Oh no, Vexite didn't shoot at him. They used to use JKS as a second AWP. I'm actually really impressed that he would be a great second AWP part, given that he's very passive. Will miss shot, and Prackam's going to punish him for it, and that's exactly what he does. And Prackham ain't expecting Lias to be that close, and it's going to be 10-1. Maybe they should have used Tuxi as secondary offer. He can do it all. Pigs fly like in The Simpsons. He's right, pigs do fly. Lucas gets a 1 betrayed out by Liaz. Does see a push. Go trying to stop it. Ooh, actually do a lot of damage, actually. Ali DCs. I feel like he always DCs at the end of the half. Dexter just, jeez, shows up Ruffleco here. Zuko hiding in the smoke. This is a very ballsy aggression. He's hearing all the information. If he hears the bomb plant, he might be able to stop it. It would have hit him through the smoke, and they would have heard that as well. The bullets landing. We'll prack him from behind. He's got 2. The flank works beautifully. Bomb's dropped. Dexter in a 1v2. Dexter makes it a 1v1 instead. And Kyo, he's got a tough one. He's going to keep that line on the bomb. Dexter has absolutely nothing in, like, utility. Kyo. Dexter's going to peek out. Heard that. Sees the shadow. And Kyo beautifully navigated. Second round the board. Don't tell that to Foreign. Oh, dude, Foreign makes bad takes on Twitter all the time. Like, it's hard to keep your... It's like, seriously, like, I think he just makes bad takes to just engage with people and increases engagement. Like, if you want to be, like, real with that, like, seriously. Like, I look at his tweets and I'm just like, yeah, how can you make that take? I mean, he's having that beef with JL at the moment. He's still going on about the Na'Vi fluke thing, which is just really sad. Don't worry, he'll have JL and Reflections by next year. Okay, I'll just guarantee that. Can we make it 4 out of 4 for DXA on pistols? What do you guys reckon? 4 out of 4? We'll spectate Kyo, because he probably get out of, you know, 3 out of 4. Ooh, good 3 out of 4. No. Ooh, got an entry here. Lucas has got a 2k. Oh, jeez. Dexter slaps in the face. Can he get a second one, Dexter? Just snatching at it. Ali, I think they've, like I say, they're really bundling this round. Rothko gets a headshot towards Dexter and it's just up to Ali. Ruffleco, he's getting far too excited, mate. Way too excited. And Ali's coming up from behind. Ruffleco just clearing out middle, so he knows where Ali could be. Just a little... Seen the foot. I don't think Ali's seen him, though. No, I don't think Ali's seen him at all. Ruffleco gives away his position, and Ali's going to stick this. Pros don't fake, man. But Ruffleco should win this, and that's going to be 4 out of 4. For DXA on pistols. Conditioning, okay? Conditioning, that's what Ruffleco calls it, okay? Conditioning is conditioning him to go for the defuse. I wrote in my recap, by the way, that it was disappointing that FlyQuest didn't progress further to I Am Cologne. Really need to show up on Asia RMR and ESL Pro League. People may not like my recap. 1D by Dexter Prackham. I'm going to say that's a bit silly. I was going to be checking the top, otherwise while Dexter is going to get a couple of kills. Oh, I guess I did say that's a very, very lax job given the fact you know that DXA's there. DXA gets a free 2k basically. Won't secure any weapons. Yeah, it's across Skybridge. Vertigo's turned into a very weird map now with Skybridge and the rotations being added here. It should get a kill. And that kill is going to be no Kiro able to live on 2 HP. And DXA somehow they're going to be converting an anti-eco. Potentially. This is a very curious round. I really don't understand this round at the moment. DXA have not converted an anti-eco, by the way. Kyo takes down Alice there, but Ruffleco's on very low HP as well. Liaz could probably win this round by the MP9 alone. Flashbang goes in, Lucas needs to take down Liaz, and he does. And now Vexite trades out, drops the bomb, Kyo drops it. Now Vexite, he could potentially win this round here, because Ruffleco can't really engage. Lucas waiting the edge of Skybridge. Oh, jeez, what a shot from James. DXA won their first anti-eco, just an FYI. Hopefully not a tech pause because Alice says DC'd. I can't believe DXA won 4 out of 4 pistol rounds. Like, honestly, I didn't expect them to win all of that. Now gets a deal 4 spy basically, or half buy. Molotov towards sandbags. I wonder if they're going to pick out DXA. DXA's seen a player on ramp. They hit the 1D. He does hit the secondary 1D on the Kyo, but Prackham to trade. Prackham as well is going to get a few entries. Ali from Tetris. Prackham, is he going to be ready for it? He wasn't. Both players missed their 1D though. Lucas coming in from Secret. Grabs 1 at least. Might be able to win the round. It's going to be another anti-eco victory here of FlyQuest. Ali's stuck in a rock in a hard place. We have 5 rounds for DXA. DXA making a bit of a comeback on Vertigo. I'll say it's been built up from Lucas and Ruffleco, as well as Prackham as well. One thing in particular to note is that Kiri's got 7 assists. Like I say, FlyQuest as well, they've been working very well as a unit. Given that FlyQuest have some weapons, they can probably end it. Dexter starts and Dexter delivers. Jeez, from the tops. Kyo trying to trade it back. Oh, damn, Kraken gets a second as well. Makes it a 3v3. Ali roaming around the orb. So he's been seen. Ooh, snatches at the arm. Beautiful by Kyo. God damn. My cough is awful today. It's need to get a 2-tap. That's what we need for Kyo. Makes it a 2v2. Ruffleco just protecting the flank. Afraid of a flank. Instantly, I was suspecting B, given the fact that the second player never popped up, and Prackham was so quiet after that initial pick. You know who needs a rebuild? North Melbourne and Richmond. They need a rebuild in the AFL. To be fair, Richmond probably needs more of a rebuild given their season. It's making sure they can't approach from Secret. Oh, hints from heaven. Spots Prackham, does a bit of damage, and that's all they need. Ruffleco's forced to plant at this point. HE pops out. Liaz, jeez, Ruffleco wasn't even ready for it. 11 rounds on the board for FlyQuest. He just literally sat down there. I probably agree that every time you drop, like, this is why G2 drop 2 players most of the time. If you drop 1 player, it's gonna be a rebuild. Like, you know, it's getting used to the play and whatnot particularly. 6 months might be a bit much, but I guess, you know, for full operating efficiency, probably 6 months. Like, if a player works right away, just like G2 works for Mouths, it's more of the exception rather than the rule. The Tech 9's being brought up. Kia's got that Tech 9. Ali's just got to stay alive at this point. He's got to really snatch at every chance, just making sure that the players go away. Ruffleco, he's going to go for a drop and realize that nobody's on B. Liaz catches Ruffleco as well. Jeez, Ruffleco. It's caught dazing. Corner days. Jeez, DXA, they got a lot of these good positions, but really never could get it together. Intel was caught with a nade out. Zuko really needed it to snatch someone up. Zuko heading towards the B bomb site, and they're going to hear all of that. Liaz will deny it. Well, Zuko nails this one tap. He doesn't. Close. Zuko has completed a 1v3 before. So Liaz. Liaz making a lot of noise and still probably win anyway, and that's exactly what he does. I think with G2, it was Snacks for Hooksy and Malbs for Nexa. To be fair, it's like I say on paper, it's an upgrade. Like, their Snacks from Hooksy change doesn't matter, but the Nexa and Malbs change matters a lot more. Like, a lot of people like go like, you know, all about Snacks v Hooksy. It's like, nah, the IGL doesn't matter. The IGL, all they have to do is just lead your border collies, i.e., you know, Hunter, Nico, Monacy, and Malbs to victory, okay? That's literally all they have to do, okay? Like, literally, Snacks is a sheep herder, or, you know, he's got his border collies, which basically give him the win, okay? And herd the sheep into, like, 13 rounds for G2. Probably a terrible example, but that's pretty much it. Like, the IGL on G2 doesn't matter too much. It matters whether or not they can, you know, get them to herd sheep. Ruffleco's dead, by the way. He definitely, yeah, it's definitely a freebie. It'll be 13-5 to FlyQuest. This game is weird, but it's because FlyQuest are playing in second gear. Like, they can beat DXA in second gear. Like, they're looking to get off the server, then play, you know, obviously they can probably destroy DXA 13-0 if I could be blunt. DXA did impressively well in some circumstances, and yeah, you know, got some pretty good rounds as well, but overall, like, FlyQuest is just much better. Like, there's certain games in particular where you can just play second gear against these things. Like, you know, that sort of stuff does happen. And this is like one of the examples where FlyQuest can play second gear against DXA because their skill level is so much higher. And they can try different stuff out in particular as well. So, kind of happening. Yeah, OC is going to be very interesting. I really, really hate how that major spot is going to turn out because it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. And it's going to be like where a lot of these teams are going to go, which I'm not going to be too... Well, it's going to be like very interesting on how all of that's going to end up because I don't even know how the closed qualifiers are going to go for Atlanta, and I have no idea how any qualifiers are going to go for the RMR. Like, I don't know who's going to be their second team. Most likely Talon, but it's just like you can't really be like, oh yeah, this team's going to win because there's so much variables and so many different teams are trying different stuff out in particular, which is really good to see. And I was really happy to hear, you know, both Semperfi and Talon in particular, like, you know, they're playing very well. We'll see if we can get someone on for an interview. I don't care who comes on for an interview in particular. I shouldn't probably, No, it's all good. Like, I can be, like, as I said, I'm honest to, you know, to a fault about things, but like, at the end of the day, with team management, Annette is really on the point with team management. You can't, like, just have one bad result and just blow up the team, otherwise you weren't really serious in building a team to begin with. It's a lot of, like, moving parts and solving stuff in particular. Like, when you consider, let's just say, as they call it, well, urinating tree, calling it blowing up the core, before you even consider blowing up the core, you gotta see if it still has potential in it. Like, that's the hardest part in it overall. And also, how long is it gonna take to build a roster if you clean the slate, basically, as well. And it's incredibly difficult because, yeah, because basically, if you, let's just say you clean the slate and your next team's worse and you don't get that number 1 spot anymore, you know, everyone's going to be the opposite direction, where they're going to be like, oh, I can't believe they've done that, how dumb is FlyQuest, blah, 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 you know, that sort of stuff. And if they stick to it and they lose as well, people are going to still bitch and moan about it as well. But it's probably more better to stick with it than to clean it up, unless, you know, stuff like that in particular. Like, there's like an impasse where you can't get any better and stuff like that. Do you think it's cope? Or like that? I don't think it's like too much cope. I think it's like a big consideration about managing teams. Like, if you think this is cope, you've never managed a team before, you've never managed people before. Like, it's hard. I'm just thinking I just want to blast PoE. Dude, I've been playing D4 as well. But anyways, we need to take a look at new things in particular. Like, we need to see if we can get someone on for interview. I'm in a mix of like PoE and Finger at the moment. I was actually blasting Ground Slam earlier. I'm just doing a map or so. Let's just see. Let's see if we can get for an interview. Be right back. I'll see if I can get anyone for an interview. If not, I'll just go cast a Mind Freak game. If it's still on. So be right back. Okay, guys, we're back for Vantage with Mindfreak. Mindfreak, 4-star. And Drox gonna take down Pain. Mindfreak, very dominant at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on because it's bugged on a lot of people. Obviously, the site they usually go on HTV is a bit bugged at the moment. It's not showing it as FlyQuest and Thingo being over. I haven't reached out to anyone in particular for interviews, and I think I'm not going to reach out to anyone for interviews today, given that I feel like absolute hell. That's the big thing in particular. Yup, charging into Mach 10. Looking around the side, that Molotov actually going to do a lot more damage. Gump could have been taken out there, but he still live. And he's doing a lot of damage with that molly. Nor will take down Pain in the end. Get an opening pick. Nor going for a bit more. Grabs the bomb. Ricky tries to trade out, but Drox will eventually secure the bomb on outers. Just gonna say, it's gonna switch a text. I'm trying to trade, but this should be around for Vantage. It will be. Be a 4th round for Vantage. Vantage with a bunch of MP9s. They do grab 2 AKs out of that. Mindfreak trying to get the players off hype. Squeaky's hitting off his hinges and targeting Mini. They've got Tech 9 and Night Raid doing a bit of damage. Gump trying to go down to the vents, but not going to be successful with that. Jinx, very critical position here. Got to give himself away. HE does a bit of damage on towards Tox and Texter. See Mindfreak adding on towards Texter and... Not ideal there, nor gets a freebie. The main alliance relies on this pack player in particular. Alec, I'll take down Pain. I'm going to say Mindfreak. They've got a bit of an issue here. They haven't been able to trade out. Did he get some trades and quick? Texter taken out by Alec from Hut. Doesn't even check Hut. Probably deserves to get pinged out like this. And Tux, he won't even expect that at all. And Nor puts 5 on the board for Vantage. And that's such a dilapidating loss as well, is that Vantage will get a bit of extra money, and Mindfreak is in an eco situation. I'm gonna say that Force Buy was very risky from Mindfreak. Very, very risky, given the fact that giving Vantage a bit of a bank, especially, you know, in this position where they're 5-11 down, to potentially make that comeback, can be a bit diabolical. Maybe a Glock buy. Vantage should be able to convert this. If they lose to a full Glock buy, well, they deserve to lose the round afterwards. Mindfreak just hoping to get some weapons out of this round. By the way, there'll probably be no interview today, given the fact that I don't feel that great. I have reached out to DXA and a few others if they do want to do it anyway. But I'm going to say I'm not going to be at the top condition. Nor 4K. That was beautiful. Great anti-eco by Vantage. This is what I'm talking about. You know, Mindfreak giving, like that Force Buy in particular, giving a lot of money to Vantage. First round, they had lost to Force Buy, giving Vantage two AKs based on... They get 2 MP9s, they lost. Then they gave him a couple of AKs, like 2 AKs. And then the next one led to an eco, which is this is where they force spawn, obviously. So now Vantage have about 8k or so to really work the war chest, which is going to be an issue for Mindfreak because they're not going to be able to slowly but surely blow up Vantage's economy because Vantage have so much in savings. They have 8k after buying everything. So basically they have to fight 2 gun rounds against Vantage if they want to get anywhere. Tux though, gets the opener. That's exactly what they wanted on the outers. An attempted trade coming in for Night Raid. Heavily damages Pain, and Jinx paying a lot of attention towards ramp. Drox. Cleaning up balcony. Can he clean up T lobby? Doesn't see anything in T balcony. Both squeaky players are so tucked in. They gotta check ramp and no one's gonna be there. Alec. Very solo peek. Will take down Gum. Texter good trade, but Texter's is looking at it but doesn't want to go for it. Texter cleaning up the site. Ricky has been added in to the roster. Alec is going to be very careful. He knows Alec's in hard. Alec can be bogged down by Texter. And to pop out the vents and hit the A site. Night Raid able to stop the bomb from being planted, and the bomb drops for a couple of seconds. Not sure it'll be relevant to the round though. That's the main question. Drox takes down Texter. Doesn't know where the last is. Looking for Ricky. Ricky. Smoked CT Heaven. Or Heaven. Ricky looking towards Hut. He knows the player's in here, which should be Drox. Drox, is he paying attention? Drox is sharp. The retake is easy enough. Ricky really needed to make that a 1v1. Just got caught on the timing. 7 rounds on the board for Vantage. And this is what I mean about, in particularly with Vantage, is that Mindfreak, I don't think they can get Vantage into a situation where Vantage won't have good guns. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Vantage will have, like, an MP9, like, wouldn't be in a situation where they have an MP9 and, like, 2 flashes or anything like that. Because they've got a lot of money. Tech9 coming in from Mindfreak, and I'm gonna say this is one of the rounds where like you can just lose this round due to Tech9 getting a couple of kills. So Vantage still have to be careful of this because Tech9s, you know, to get 2k, get 2-tap on towards Alec, and they're basically into the site. They do have a crossfire. Flashbang getting thrown in. Alec gonna just volley it out, and this is what Tech9s do best. The BS occurs, okay? But somehow Alec and Nor get a free K trying to hold the site, which I'm really impressed with. Given the fact that they got that initial entry. Ricky. Oh, jeez. This is gonna be 12 rounds, isn't it? Who won first? I'm not sure. It was very, very close. That's all I know. B site's gonna be the plant, and I think Night Raid's gonna have to get an AK or something like that at the moment because, yeah. Nor, just dropping into the vents, going towards Toxic. Second FlyQuest game's done. FlyQuest won 13-5. It's been over for quite a while. Nor, just waiting for Night Raid to just see if he could find anyone. Oh, Night Raid's gonna go down. Oh no, jeez, I gotta say that was a very poor capture by Ricky there. And Payne and Ricky both go down. It'll be an 8th round for Vantage. Dude, surprised that Ricky didn't get a freebie onto Night Raid there. Yeah, HLTV's having a bit of a barn burner at the moment. Like, none of the games have been updated on HLTV. Like, at all. Like, basically a lot of the games are still like at the 0-0. Like, even this game is not being shown. So it's not having an ideal sort of thing. Vantage. If you're seeing what I mean as well with like Mindfreak. Like Mindfreak have to win 2 gun rounds if they want to win this in particular. Because FlyQuest Vantage is not going to run out of money. A bomb plant's going to help. And it all stems from that force buy that didn't go right. That's why I said it was really risky. Not right. They've got the double smoke set up there as well, so you can check outside mini. Tex is going to be very careful on this. He did see an AK nut, right? He's not interested in it anymore. Dexter. Playing the rear guard. Any players in down B? I think there is. All outers. Nut rate does go down on outside. Vantage already in their sights. Drock's taking out my Texter as well. And this has been good for Mindfreak. They can hit B. They have to explore A. But I think it's a bit too late now. It's going to be a 3v5 retake. And it's going to be decisions up to Vantage on whether they should go for this or not. But this is the hard part. They can save, but they have to defend a 4 match points, which is doable. It is doable. And they can also go for this retake. Tux. That makes it undoable. Yeah, maybe I should have done the extra match. Jinx trying to save it. I was going to say, I'm not too sure how Jinx wasn't seen there, but I guess Ricky had his number coming in from heaven. Mindfreak with 4 match points. Vantage will be playing KZG on Thursday as well. Let me see how Vantage went against Mindfreak in the previous matchup. Vantage lost 13-11 on Dust 2. I know it was very, very close. Like, very, very close. Dark takes a bit of damage from the HE. DXA actually going to push those smokes in particular. They're going to be ready on site. Alex going to be a 1-for-1. Gut will trade out. Gut looking towards heaven. They're onto the side at A. Be careful with the jiggling, I'm going to say, from Jinx. Almost gave a bit too much. Dox will drop as well. And this is not looking for advantage. Another 3v5 retake. Nor's stuck in the vent as well. Ricky's going to check down the vent. Ooh. Nor's giving himself away as well. HE's going to be thrown in. And that's going to be a deep HE as well. Too deep. And Ricky's going to sit there. Not really much Nor can do. Ricky's going to check down. Pre-fires. It still loses to Nor anyway. Nor, I think he's... Well, going to try and retake here. Tux grabs the opener. Nor knows where to trade. Gets a second. Night Raid takes out Pain. He was going to trade out. Now it's going to be a 1v1. Night Raid trying to catch Tux, but Night Raid's going to stick it this time. And Tux, he's going to have to swing across. And he knows that as well. Tux swings across. Gets the win for Mindfreak. 13-8. And times it to perfection. 0.4 seconds on the bomb. And, well, like I said, that's a... that's going to be it for today. Guys, I'm going to go off. I don't think I'm going to interview anyone today, because I just got a stuffed nose. I think we're just going to finish that all off. Thanks for the raid, Ishmael. The series just finished off. Mindfreak v Vantage. I know Rooster v Arcade finished, so I don't think there's any other games on. But thanks for the raid, dude. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go offline. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed the time between FlyQuest and DXA and Mindfreak Advantage. Anyways, guys, see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye.